It's
It's
not.
okay. Get away.
Oh my god, that guy. Oh my god, I'm calling 911.
The biker was lane splitting and did so while a car was changing lanes, causing him to fall off his bike. According to paramedics, he only suffered a broken wrist and nothing more serious, thankfully. As you can see, the van driver made absolutely no effort to stop and blew past a very, very red light, right behind a karma cop who served him a hot, steaming platter of justice. This happened in my hometown of Houston. The truck driver tried to turn left from a straight-only lane, which resulted in the crash. Insurance ruled the turning truck driver at complete fault.
Why did you back up? Why did you back up?
The Toyota driver claimed that the camera was speeding and rear-ended her. Initially, insurance was going to put the camera at fault, but after seeing the dashcam footage, the Toyota driver was at total fault.
Every step of the way. They offer all types of loans, including jumbo, MHFA, FHA, and VA loans. And for your first-time home, you can get into a great loan with a low down payment.
The camera was rammed into by the car behind him due to that car following too closely and not expecting such a sudden stop. Maintaining a safe following distance and staying alert is crucial.
Will.
The Jeep driver turned right from a straight-only lane, sideswiping the camera. The Jeep driver admitted fault and his insurance did pay out. The Jeep driver turned right when it wasn't legal to do so and clipped the car in the next lane. The Jeep driver lost his front right wheel, causing his car to be completely undrivable. This was a multi-car crash pileup. The driver behind the camera and the driver behind the car behind the camera were following too closely, resulting in the crash. The Nissan driver ahead failed to clear his car of snow, causing the ice debris to crack the camera's windshield. Always clear your car of snow for the safety of yourself and others. The driver in the adjacent lane claimed he tried to stop but couldn't due to the icy roads. Always drive with extreme caution on icy and snowy roads. The Chevy driver suddenly jerked his car into the next lane, colliding with the sedan. The pursuit was short as he decided to stop, but refused to accept liability. The Chevy driver tried to force himself into the lane, which resulted in the sideswipe crash. Insurance ruled the Chevy driver at complete fault. According to the camera, the Hyundai driver had their phone out, which resulted in the multi-pile-up crash. I hope that phone distraction was worth rear-ending 2 vehicles over. The sedan driver tried to change lanes but was not paying attention to what was directly in front of him, clipping the car ahead.
Oh, stop! Oh, got that on dash cam.
The Ford driver failed to check what was behind him while reversing, clipped the parked car, and then took off. The camera waited and gave the Dodge driver the dashcam footage.
Are okay. Chris Habermill, Chopper 78.
Oh!
News Radio 780 and 105.9 FM.
The van driver had a flashing yield light and tried to turn left when he wasn't sure if it was safe to go or not and got nailed. If you're unsure if it's safe to go or not, never risk it. The Honda driver lied and tried to tell his insurance and the officer that the camera was speeding, but the dashcam footage showed a different story, putting the Honda driver at total fault. The white SUV driver failed to stop at the red light, plowing into the turning driver. Both cars were totaled, but thankfully, no one was seriously injured.
Must be something formal going on the way they're dressed.
Absolutely.
There.
The BMW driver failed to check his blind spot while changing lanes, colliding with the camera. Always check your mirrors and blind spots prior to merging. A few seconds can be very beneficial.
Oh, God!
The Audi driver behind the camera was speeding and rear-ended the camera. He then took off, but thanks to dashcam footage, was apprehended a few days later. The Audi driver's insurance paid out.
Can you move back? Can you move back, please? Oh my God! Oh my!
The truck driver and camera both tried to enter the shopping center and were both at a standstill. After the camera asks him to scoot back, he clips her car and then takes off. The authorities are still looking for the truck driver.